so much for joining us today. For those who are back in our webinar, it's a pleasure to have you with us back again today. So first of all, let me welcome you to our third webinar, which is hosted by the Center of Fourth Industrial Revolution in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, C4IR, which I will not introduce anymore as they are key players for achieving the Saudi Vision 2030. Which is C4IR and Eyotic, we're delighted to deliver this insightful series of webinar on sustainable industrial intelligence. For those who do not know me, my name is Caroline Tessi, and I'm the manager of the Saudi startup Eyotic. Our guest speaker today is Maxime Locar, which is a digital manufacturing expert and commercial director of Meta2i. Welcome, Maxime. So I'd like to start with a few words about Eyotic before diving into our exciting subject of today. Eyotic aims to provide advanced manufacturing and fourth industrial revolution technology to the industrial sectors here in the kingdom. Our ambition is to deliver fit-for-purpose and affordable industrial intelligence solution that aim to enhance the efficiency of the industrial sectors and support its digital transformation. So as you can see on this slide, Eyotic was born from the partnership between Roots Ventures and Meta2i. Roots Ventures is a Saudi venture builder which focuses on all those sustainability subjects. And Meta2i is a French technology which is pioneer in the industrial intelligence. They started more than 35 years ago on this subject. And they have the MES software, which is named ChemProd, which is more than 30 years old. So Eyotic is the collaboration of those two strategic entities, and we aim to focus on localizing the expertise and the technology of Meta2i. So we also have, we are an active member of the Saudi ecosystem, with strategic partnership with the key players. Maxime, if you don't mind going one slide before, please. Thank you. So if there's 4 things to keep in mind about Eyotic to make it simple. So the first thing is it's about 30 years of experience that we are bringing here in the kingdom. And we are building local expertise on this subject. The second thing is through our network, we have an extensive understanding of Industry 4.0. So we are having an MES technology, but we are looking at the overall landscape of Industry 4.0. Thanks to our DNA from Roots Ventures, we have strong expertise in sustainability, and we aim to support the ambition of net zero 2060 here in Saudi. And finally, we are fully integrated with all the Saudi initiatives, and we're here to support the Vision 2030 and the net zero, 2060, not 2060. So, and the final slide on Eyotic is to show you the product and services that we are focusing on. So we have this Industrial 4.0 platform that is built on top of ChemProd, which is the MES of Meta2i. And we are offering 3 types of services, which are industrial consulting, technology implementation, and continuous improvement. I will not go further because it's not the point of today's discussion, but I wanted to give you a bit of background for you to have an understanding where we're coming from and how we are tackling today's subject. So let's dive to our exciting subject of the day, which is how to increase productivity in your shop floor. To discuss this subject, we have with us Maxime Locar from France. Maxime, you've been working with Meta2i for the last 5 years, and your job consists in supporting manufacturers in their digital transformation. You work with factories looking at adopting Industry 4.0 technologies to tackle the challenging as well as to meet their goal, and you drive them through this automation journey. You are also managing relationship of long-term client of Meta2i. Some of those clients has been with Meta2i for more than 30 years. And you are supporting them with continuous improvement initiative to keep optimizing the production. looking at using further advanced technology to keep enhancing the industrial intelligence to make more informed and data-driven decisions. Your experience is very valuable to us, as increasing productivity in the shop floor is your daily activity. It's a subject that you are working on a daily basis with your clients. I understand that you're going to share with us today experience of manufacturers that are taking that journey of productivity improvement. So thank you so much for preparing this webinar today and for being with us. Maxime, the floor is yours.
Okay. So thank you, Caroline, for this introduction, and also thank you everybody to be there. So the subject today is about increasing productivity in the shop floor. For productivity, we are using various and different KPIs. Today, I will speak about both of them, like downtime, FPY, scrap rate, on-time delivery, and OEE. But as in the lean manufacturing method, the first step is always to measure the KPIs. We can't improve if we not measure first the KPI. And for this, I will use different examples that I saw on production in France and in Europe of measuring performance, and also of improvement of performance in the shop floor by using different technologies of the Industry 4.0. Concerning these different technologies, I'm sure you know that Industry 4.0 is concerned by very different various types of technologies, but today I will use these examples. I will speak about artificial intelligence, about robots and assembly line automated, of IoT and connected tools, and also about camera visualization to quality checks and things like that. So first, the first KPI I will explain is the downtime. So as we can see here, the downtime is a stop during production process. There are different types of downtimes. We can separate them in two different types. The planned downtime, like the brakes, the plane maintenance, but also the unplanned downtime, like if there is a problem, a lack of material, a break of a part, or something like that. And this type of downtime is more complicated to be measured and also to be improved. So it is on this type of downtime that we will focus today. So about track and collecting data for downtimes, I will speak about the use of an MES in a shop floor to collect this data. It can be done of two different ways. The first is about collecting data directly from the machines by being connected to the machines, so we can have real-time data. But we can also give to the operators, to the employee, some interface of the MES, and then can type the data directly in the interface. So by these two types of writing, we can have directly the data in the MES. We can have all this data, like the duration of the downtime, but also, and it is really important, it is a point of analysis, the reason and the cause of the downtime, and we can have more of that, like the comments of the operators and a lot of things. But the method of the lean management is here. The first is to collect the data, so then we can monitor in real time and visualize the data on the shop floor, so we can know this machine is working, this machine is not working in real time, and why. And by collecting this data, the MES is a big database, so we will collect all the data, and we will analyze and also understand the true problems of the shop floor. By using an MES, you can really know where are the leaks of productivity in the shop floor, and you can analyze that and have a good decision to improve this process. By all of this, the goal will be to anticipate the future leak of productivity and the future downtimes by using predictive maintenance to prevent the future downtime and always continually improve by these methods. So this was about DMES. And to go always further, the goal will be to connect DMES to different Industry 4.0 technologies like robots, IoT sensors, or maybe video analysis. And it will allow to people to have a better data, and the best data you have, the best analysis you can do, because the goal is really to know the truth of the workshop. But I will use a concrete case, and it will be really good for you to understand this. I will speak about one of my customers in France, which is a crane manufacturer. And for them, we were doing an Industry 4.0 project, which was about connect this machine, which is a welding machine, an old welding machine. The PLC was about the 1980s. And on this machine, all the downtime was collected only manually on paper. Our project was to use an acquisition box to connect this machine to our MES. And the first goal wasn't to measure downtime, but it was to measure intensity and have real-time data like we can see on the screen. But we were here, so we also add the measure of the downtime automatically because we were connected. So these customers can actually know in real time the downtime of these machines. And by using paper and manually downtime, they're expecting a production rate of 80%. In reality, by connecting to the MES, the reality was it was about maybe 60 or 70% of production rate. The reality, by being connected and have the real data, they saw they are not in the reality before. So they have to adapt and to analyze where were the different leak of productivity with the MES, and they saw that the principal leak was during the material supply, when the operators wait for the materials and to be here. So they have do a better decision. They had restructuring all the supply chain of this machine, and now the real production rate is about 85%. So the actual production rate is better than the expected. So to conclude, the goal here was really to measure, and now they can improve because they know the truth of the process, where are the true leak during the process. Now I will speak about the first pass yield. The first pass yield is a KPI, and it is the quality KPI in the workshop. This schema permits to explain. If you have 100 products and you do a quality check and there are 6 products that are not good, they have to be reworked. You have at the end 94 products, so your FPY KPI is about 94%. So it's really the percentage of good quality products. Of course, the quality check can be really different. That depends on the final products. It can be a weight measurement, dimension, a composition. It can really be a lot of things, and that depends of the final product. To measure it by using different technologies of the Industry 4.0, there are different steps. The first steps can be to again connect with the MES and have a quality check manually but digitally, like in the photos here. They can directly type the quality check. But again, you can connect the MES to other technologies and go further in the details. And I want to use an example of a customers which ask us to connect this type of connected torque wrench to the MES to automatically process the quality checks. And the KM prod, the MES, sorry, also directly know the data from these tools, and it's better. It's more speed. Also, I want to add something. There is a side benefit, and side benefit. It's not directly improving performance, but it is a benefit by using this type of process. It's for traceability. Because by this way, an industrial using this type of technologies, we will know at the end of the production, these operators screw this bolt at this torque meter. It was at this time, and the bolt was coming from this supplier. All what I want to say is all the data collected during the process will be stocked in the MES and will be accessible anywhere and anytime. So the traceability is not a direct improvement of the productivity, but it's also a benefit. To finish with this KPI, I will use a concrete case, a concrete Industry 4.0 case. It's again one of our French customer, which is a military company, and they are manufacturing some boxes with explosive powder inside. It is a big assembly automated chain, and they have to do some quality check about the way of each boxes. So when we were there, there were a project about a robot who automatically weighs each boxes and directly told to KM Prod the data of each quality control. And in the MES, we can know all the different check. With different alerts when the quality check isn't good. There are also directly an alert, and the goal is really to prevent before having a problem by seeing some trends. We can see here the blue line. We are seeing that there is a trend, that the way of each boxes is coming more and more and more. So at a time, the MES will directly send an alert or directly stop the process of production before having a scrap or a problem. So we used to tell that before using this process, the people have a rework to do every 30 pieces, and now there are no reworks. Maybe just at the beginning of the production when the MES do not have a lot of information, or when there is a new product, they can be have a reworks. But in fact, the FPI was really improved by the technologies of Industry 4.0. Now I will speak about the scrap rate. It is the next step of the FPY. The scrap rate is all the products which are lost during the production and which are going to be recycled. We can also measuring by different way, but with Industry 4.0 technologies. The first step would be again to just have an MES and have an operator that directly digitally used to type the data of different scrap validation. But we can go a lot further, and we can use this type of example of a pharmaceutical company in France, which have an automated production line, and on the line they have different camera, intelligent camera with visualization, and the goal is to do the quality check directly from the camera. The camera has to see if the code bar is good, and if the quality check don't pass, automatically the product is passed out, and it is scrapped. So the quality check was totally automated in the process. But again, all the data is stocked in the MES to analyze later these types of analysis. I want to use also again a concrete case to explain how the scrap rate can be improved with different types of technologies and of Industry 4.0 technologies. I will use the example of a water jet cutting company, which also is in France, and where our product was in project was established, and there are a lot of things to do, but they know that they have a really big scrap problem because they are using titanium parts, and it's a very expensive material, and the process of cutting by water can be very long. So they can't be always a man to verify that everything is going well, and they have to be some water, but also some abrasive in the machine. And if the mix isn't good, immediately the piece will be wrong and will be to go to scrap, and it's really problematic because titanium is really expensive. So what we did is using an IoT sensor directly in the machine to know the quantity of abrasive in the machines. And if the sensor see that there will be a problem, a lack of abrasive in the mix, automatically there will be an alert to the manager of the workshop. And if the problem isn't resolved by the manager of the workshop, the machine will be stopped by the MES by receiving the information of the sensor. And so there is no more scrap for this reason. It's a really good thing for this customer because it was a really expensive problem for him. Sorry, and now I will talk about the on-time delivery in the Industry 4.0. The on-time delivery is a KPI that permits to know if we are on time to all the delivers and if the planning is going well. Again, there are various and different ways to measure it in a workshop. It can be done with an MES or a scheduling module in general, where the goal is to plan all the PO from the RRP to create a sequence of production that will be distributed on post to all the operators, and they can launch it in production. And again, we will, during the production, check the beginning and the end of all operation, and so we can know in real time how it's going on during the production, and if the scheduling is good or not. It is the first step, but we are doing it for a lot of customers. We can use artificial intelligence motor and connect it to the MES to go further again and to have an intelligent scheduling. So the goal here is really to be more efficient in the creation of the sequence of production by different way, by being better in the approvisionment, in the material supply, in the productivity of the operators, or a lot of different data that depends on the need of the customers. But the goal will be to be more efficient in the creation of the sequence of production, and you can use artificial intelligence. And the goal here is to have a continuous improvement, because the motor will learn more and more by the way of the production. Again, I want to share you a concrete Industry 4.0 case. It is a long-time customer of Meta2i which is manufacturing aluminum profiles. And there is a CameProd is the MES, sorry, is really on all the process of production, and all the process of production of the data are coming to the scheduling module, which is coupled with artificial intelligence. So here, before using artificial intelligence and scheduling, the on-time delivery and the delivery time told to customer was about 5 weeks, because in reality they don't really know in real time how the production is going on, and so they told immediately 5 weeks because it's more simple, and they told to everybody 5 weeks for each product. The first goal was to using a scheduling module with no artificial intelligence, and by this way they can know in real time if there is a problem in the production, and if they have a lot of work to do or no. And with this they can see that in reality they are more about 3 weeks of average delivery time than 5 weeks with the same OTD by just measuring it. So it's really a good thing to can tell to the final customers that it will be 3 weeks of deliveries and 5 weeks. The second steps was to add artificial intelligence on the scheduling to improve the way of distributing the production on different machines. And with this, actually, we are more about 2 weeks of delivery times with the same OTD, about 90–95%, because of course it can be some problems that the algorithm can't know, and it can be 100%, but it's a very good OTD and a very good delivery time. And I think the thing that is really important to see here is just by measuring the delivery time and to know to have the true data of the workshop, you can see that you can improve it. To finish, I want to take about OE, because as you probably know, OE is really the global KPI of performance for a factory, and all the different KPIs that we saw before are leading us to this KPI. Because as you can see here, OE is about availability, performance, and quality. So all the KPI we saw before are leading us to this KPI. And also, very important to say that the OE is not only for the machines; it's really the overall equipment effectiveness. So the peoples and the different equipment in the workshop are also influencing the OE. And to finish, it's really good to use this example, because you will see that all the things we saw before are using in this, and that the OE is really the global visualization of performance in the shop floor. I will talk about a famous French company which is manufacturing hand clamping tool, as you can see here. I think it's also famous all over the world. And when we were working with them in the beginning, they had a question about relocate their production in other countries to continue to be competitive with the different and various companies, or invest in Industry 4.0 and stay in France. And they did the choice of using Industry 4.0. That's the reason where we were working with them, and they did a lot of things. So us, we were here for the MES, but they are also using some robots in the workshop for the availability that allows to us to have a better opening time and to work more times during a day with the best productivity. Concerning the performance, they also wanted to restructure all the stock, all the flows of the stocks by using automated AGVs. And for the quality, they did something very similar that I present to you with the camera check and the scales by doing quality checks. And they did all of this. And with the MES, we are using all this data of all these different and various technologies in the MES to measure the OEE. And as we see, because it's the case, the OEE has really grow and grow and grow. And now they can told that they were the best solution to stay in France and to optimize the different process. It was better than export the companies and the shop floor to another country. And more of that, that allows to us to have competitive advantages because now they have better delivery times than the other companies doing the same products. So I think this example is really good to show that DOE is the way to see the global performance of a company. But in DOE, there are a lot of different KPIs that will be used by all the technologies we saw during this webinar. Just to conclude, I want to talk again about lean manufacturing. Because as we saw, the first step is always to measure, to use technologies to measure first the productivity in the workshop. By this way, we can analyze and see where there are leaks of productivity, and in fact, that really depends of each shop floor and of each process. Then we are create action plate by using different technologies to improve these problems and continue. And the end is about the control, but I will tell about prevent because with this MES technology we can prevent the future problems and continue the cycle of lean manufacturing. So it's okay for me. Maybe Caroline, you want to add some points, but we are here and we are able to answer your question now. Your microphone is off, Caroline.
Thank you, Maxime, so for this insightful presentation. Before moving to the Q&A, I'd like to give a bit of a Eyotic conclusion as well, if you would allow me. So I think I'd like to highlight the fact that, so no question here that KPI are important to measure where you stand and how you can improve. So that's critical to improve productivity in the shop floor. Now, whatever the KPI you are choosing, it's not just about the metrics. It's about the parameters to consider to calculate those metrics. It's also about the data relevancy. It's about the fact that we can capture real-time data through automation and then have a large, vast amount of data to deal with. It's about data integration coming from different systems. It's about the wealth of the industrial intelligence that you can gather from your shop floors. And all of it basically allow you, so by having this massive quantity of data coming from different sources, you can leverage industrial intelligence technology to compute that vast amount of accurate and real-time data and to allow correlation. like what Maxime was explaining, for instance, for the downtime at the beginning, you know, understanding downtime is going to help predictive maintenance, but it's going to be further than that. Is you understand how your machine behave and what is a KPI in a downtime, but you may correlate that with other data from the production floors. And then the system and the AI will tell you what is the best predictive maintenance schedules, because you really understand the pattern and the behavior of your shop floors. So, so it's about, at the end, it's about getting data-driven insights to make more informed decision on where you can increase productivity. So the power of industrial intelligence is to be able to correlate those various manufacturing data that can come from the production, but you can also come from inventory, supply chains, client sales. We can expand to beyond the shop floors. And the purpose is to having a deeper understanding of the pattern and the behaviors of the shop floor. That's a kind of summary I wanted to bring here on the table. Thank you, Maxime, for trying to go a bit fast through your slides. So this week we have time for Q&A. We're opening the floor to you. Any question you want to ask David, sorry, Maxime or myself about this subject? No, all is good? I don't know if one of you is talking, maybe your mic is off and we can't hear you. Okay, there's a question.
Abdullah is asking in the chat.
Sure, let me, my chat is opening. Would you please share it? Alors, is the material from shop 1 and 2 similar to this one? Would you please share it? But when you mean workshop, are you referring to the webinar? Oh, sure. Yes. So for information, all the webinar are recorded. We're going to create videos out of those webinars, and we're going to publish them on our YouTube channel. So we will publish the link of those videos on LinkedIn, and we're going to share with Fanan as well to share with you. So all this discussion and the slide will be available online soon. Yes. You're welcome. Any specific question? We have Maxime with us. Any specific question maybe about the situation you're facing on how we could use Industry 4.0, or maybe use cases that you implemented in your factories on how you increase your productivity, and would love to share your feedback on the subject. And it's a platform for discussion, so we'd love to learn from your experience as well. Okay, no problem. That's awesome. If it's all clear. We really hope that this webinar was providing you good insights and ideas on how to implement initiatives in your field. I'm going to benefit from that opportunity to let you know that please don't hesitate to share with us your feedback on a subject you want us to discuss in the future. If you have a specific subject you would like us to build a webinar around it. I mean, we're here to share our experience and inshallah to learn from you as well. So please share all. You can contact us through LinkedIn or through email to share those insights with us.
Yes, Caroline, thank you so much for this presentation, and thank you, Maxime. And as you see, you opened new horizon for to discover more. And I'm sorry that Abu Omar, he didn't attend this this meeting today.
We will give you the video Engineer Mohammed.
No, if he attend a lot of questions, he will ask.
I know.
That's why
We
I keep
missed
silent.
him
I
today.
don't want to get involved. But I will try to organize for sure second meeting, because this time you open a new aspects and many things he will ask, especially regarding the delivery on time and how to optimize scrap rates. All these things, it's very important to us.
Excellent. We're more than happy. Yeah, we're also more than happy to take discussion offline and go back on all this discussion and to look at the bigger picture of Industry 4.0. Definitely.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your comment, Engineer Mohammed.
Okay, thank you. See you, Maxime.
See you. Thank you.
Bye.
I think there is a new.
Yeah, Mr. Abdullah, we're not manufacturing, but I'm interested in meta. We couldn't agree with you more, Mr. Abdullah. Maxime, I think you work a lot with factories that rely on operators to providing data. What are the methodology you use on how you encourage employees to use the tablet and all the devices that you give them? How you make it sustainable?
Actually, yes, as you said, there can be two different types of data in the workshop: data from the machines, but also data from the operators. And in fact, as we saw in France, the operators can be motivated to use these types of technologies and can be the first person that would be able to help us in the project, and that would be motivated because they are using new methods, and we are also using a lot of different things to help them in the production, like giving them documentation. We are, in fact, we are making their job more easy. So they are the first person who are happy to work with these new technologies. It just depends on how the interface is constructed, and if the job is well created, it won't be a problem to have the appetence of the employee to use MES.
And if I can add on top of it, so to reach what Maxime is saying, which is to basically, we don't really have to convince the operator. We make sure that it makes sense to the operator and it brings more value to the operator. So basically, they prefer to work with technology than without. So here in Eyotic in Saudi Arabia, when we start designing a project and implementing a project, we spend a lot of time with the operators to observe, to listen, and understand how they work, to make sure that when we design those interface and those screens for the operator to provide data, it's make a lot of sense, right? So it's like we say user-friendly. So we make sure, like, is it the right language? Do we need more pictures, icon, color code? How we can support, how we can make the life of the operators easier. We had a workshop last week on the operators, and so we didn't want to talk too much about employee productivity today, but employee productivity is a massive subject in increasing the productivity of the shop floor and making sure that we make the life of the operator as simple as possible is the point of using Industry 4.0 technology, and will give you the result of increasing your productivity. So it's a lot about adapting the technology to the people to make sure they see and they gain the value that those technologies have to offer.
Yeah.
Did we answer your question? Oh, super. Thank you. Excellent. If you agree with that, that's we're on the right track then. Any further question? Thank you for this point of view. Good afternoon, Dr. Isham. That's a really good one. So Maxime, I have a question. Tell me if you want to take it or if I do it. So how does the cultural differences affect productivity? So basically, what would be the difference between what you've done in France and what can be done here in Saudi Arabia? The cultural differences, how that impact those results?
I'm not sure about this one. I think you will be more able to.
I'll take this one, being here in Saudi Arabia. So it does affect the productivity, and the cultural differences are mostly coming from the fact that there is a drastic shift here in Saudi Arabia with jumping for maybe low adoption of technology to Industry 4.0. So if you look at other cultural environments, they've been acquiring technology step by step over the last decades, I would say. So the improvement, the increase of productivity is slower because there's already a lot in place, right? I think today, when we look at Saudi Arabia, we have to take this cultural aspect, which is the technology adoption, and that's going to affect productivity. Because if you take factories in Saudi Arabia, they're probably going to increase drastically the productivity by starting adopting Industry 4.0 technology, because they're probably relying a lot on manual data acquisition. And based on what Maxime was explaining today, just the transition from manual to digital already bring a significant percentage on the productivity. So I would say the cultural difference is mostly on the technology adoption and technology awareness. What do you think? What is your opinion on the subject, Dr. Isham? Okay, so let me go on another example on these cultural differences. What we can see as well is, and that's going to be linked to our discussion above on how to encourage employees and operators to provide data. In Saudi Arabia, there is a specificity that we do not find in France. In France, all the operators usually are French. So there's certain understanding between the management, the supervisor, the operators. They all have a similar cultural background and the common language. Here, what we notice in Saudi Arabia is the great diversity of culture, nationalities you may have on a shop floor. And that may also go with different level of education. So, but what is important for especially technology provider like us or industrial consultant is that that shouldn't affect productivity. It's our role as technology providers to design the right tool to make sure that those cultural differences will not impact productivity, but will support the increase of the productivity. So it's our job to make sure we are covering those cultural differences, to make the most of it, and to allow the factories to reach the target, whatever the mix of nationality they can work with. Mr. Abdulrahman, you're looking for the email address. So I put mine on the chat box. Maxime put a slide with the contact@eyotic.com. So in both cases, I will receive the email. So it's all good. Any last question before we end this third webinar? Okay, so we'll, I think we're going to end this webinar. So thank you so much, everyone, for being with us today and for your question and contribution. We appreciate. It's always interesting to have a more interactive session. Personally, I would like to wish you a good end of the year and tell you that we are looking forward to see you next year. Maxime, Fanan, final words before we end this session.
Yes, thank you, everybody. It was a really good experience, and if I can be able to help you on everything, do not hesitate to contact us. It will be a pleasure.
Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Eyotic, and thank you, Maxime. It was a very interesting session, and yeah, thank you.
Ma salama.